that time again when the moon and the sun have reached their perfect places. Our perfect places. This is your neighborhood's best. And welcome to this episode. We're going to talk about many things. All sorts of human nature, music, animals.
Okay.
All right. Here we
Welcome
go.
back, everybody.
Another
It's
one around the sun.
amazing to see everyone all together. It's been a work in progress to get this episode out. First of all, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Awesome. Thanks for giving us the time. Also comment. We try to comment back and everything. So if you have any ideas or questions or anything, just reach out. Say what's up, fellas. How you been?
Doing good.
I'm
Great.
sorry.
Glad to be back.
Woo!
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been a good break. Like I think I think we needed it.
Yeah, took some time off, had to handle some biz, upgrade some equipment. We've got some mics going on now.
Yeah.
Got some noises.
Thank you so much.
Some different voices here.
Just keep it.
David, you stopped drinking for a while. How's that going?
It's funny you say that. So I went to a concert last night and I drank.
Oh, okay, cool.
You got shit face.
No, but it was kind of weird. Like beer tasted like a little too heavy for me. And then when I got caught like a buzz, I took a couple of shots. I just wasn't liking it. Like I was just like not feeling well. Like I was like, took a couple shots of Fireball, and then like the concert was awesome, but then I just wasn't feeling like, I don't know, like it was weird, like not in control. And then not in control, like not that I was doing anything stupid, but I just felt like dumb. And then this morning I woke up with like the worst fucking hangover I think I've had, like fucking I don't know how long, and I'm like, I really don't want to drink again.
Well, that's a problem. If you're gonna drink something else than Fireball.
Yeah. Well, that was what I was drinking before, like but before I stopped.
Yeah, no, me too. That's what kind of drove me over the edge, actually, to be honest. But cool. I mean, it sucks that it didn't ruin your time though, right? It was a cool show.
No, no. I didn't drink last night. Like I was tempted, and I just decided to do it. I was like, no, I hit 3 months this week.
What did you go see?
No, that's a good goal. That's a good start.
Well, I was like, I'm going to a concert. I'm going to drink tonight. So I already had it in my head.
Yeah.
I saw Wolf Mother last night with a Fever Dog.
That's cool.
Shit.
Yeah, this is a badass show. It's really fucking cool.
Did you start a pit?
Your voice is still weird, James.
It sounds like you would get sick there at a wolf and a fever.
Mhm.
A fever wolf dog.
Feverish dog.
A feverish dog. You ever get fever dog?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something.
It doesn't sound nice.
Mm.
Did you go, woman? Oh,
You're like, fuck yeah.
Well, like they're that type of band where every song it has that big finish at the end of it. Every single song.
Crescendo.
Well, it's just in your face, and I like it, but then you're kind of like, oh, like it's just kind of sounding.
I'm getting tired now.
Yeah, but it was
just
really
getting
fun. My buddy said it correctly today, because he said I should be over some pictures from last night. He's like, dude, last night was like the movie Detroit Rock City.
That's pretty cool.
Where was the play? Where did they play at?
There's this place called The Factory. It's in Deep Ellum, which is downtown Dallas. It's kind of like a little hipster type spot. It really gets packed and crazy. But the Factory is a really cool venue. It's kind of like the Whiskey, but a little bit wider, bigger.
Well, okay, yeah.
No bar right in the middle.
But dude, it wasn't a sold out concert. There was like still a lot of room. Like I could have gotten as close to the stage as I wanted to. I just didn't want to.
Mhm.
I was actually surprised it wasn't that packed. But I was talking to you shortly before that, Vinny, and you were saying like they kind of faded away a little bit because they were pretty big for a while.
Yeah, they were kind of huge. Like, I think they got played out because that woman's song was like in every car, fucking turning like that, and like Muse. I thought Muse was gonna fizzle out, but Muse is
Car commercials.
still pretty badass.
Well, it's funny. They played a Led Zeppelin song at the very end, and they're like baby Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I think I said that like a long time ago.
So it was pretty cool that they did play a Led Zeppelin song at the end of it.
That band, I saw this band Night Verses with my cousin Tommy, and they're sick.
Shout out to Tommy.
Yeah, shout out to
Tom
cousin
Skins.
Tommy. He actually helped with the intro song.
Neighborhood's ass.
Yep.
He penned it.
Yeah, but they're badass drummer, like amazing, like super amazing. It was ridiculous. You couldn't believe what you're watching. But I guess they're gonna open up for Tool in Europe now. So congratulations to that band.
Man,
it's
Tool
just cool.
cracks it up, man. Like Tool
Yeah.
brings in the crowds, man. Like people love freaking Tool.
Oh,
Like,
by the way, all those videos you saw, all those shorts, they were all footage from this guy's trip. He saw
Oh.
Tool, he saw Guns N' Roses, he saw all those guys, right? So,
yeah, Avenged Sevenfold, Rancid, Queens of the Stone Age, Turnstile. Turnstile was cool. Yeah, but I don't know. It was a long week. It was interesting.
is it
Lot
was it
of
just that we're
lot of
older
drinking.
or like
Yeah, and that's the thing too. You know, it's funny because like I'm thinking maybe you got a hangover because you were mixing. You know what I mean with the alcohol and the beer. Like your
Yeah.
body hasn't done it in a while.
I think that's exactly what it was because the hangover didn't feel like the hangovers I had before, where I just kind of went with it. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, I got a hangover. This was like, I feel fucking sick. Like,
yeah.
I felt like
Poison
like I
yourself.
had something. Yeah, but then again, I was smoking a lot of these like chain smoking these little mini Romeo and Juliet cigars. They're like little tiny mini ones, and I buy these packs of 20s that I've been smoking. And then I was vaping pinning, using the vape pen constantly,
Yeah,
and then going back inside, then outside, and just.
your voice is a little raspy.
Well, then again, I've been talking all day, like with clients
Yeah.
as well.
Lots of talking.
What was your favorite band over there, John?
At Aftershock,
Yeah.
oh man, I want to say that it's a tough one, but you know who was actually really cool? Metalocalypse was cool.
Oh, I didn't even know they were playing.
Yeah, they were playing against Guns N' Roses.
Oh, really?
So that's the messed up part because
So there's 2 stages?
there was 4 stages.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks way more then. So you could never see like your like.
Only certain bands you could see the whole set, like if you really wanted to, like but like in the beginning, like everybody's kind of fighting with each other, but it was just like because Guns N' Roses was like playing for 3 hours, like they had like a chunk,
Yeah.
so they were like playing everything. They're like
I've seen them
their
before,
whole freaking shebang.
Slash was just exhausted.
Just sweating. He's like, he's like 50 pounds overweight now. Vince was like,
go easy on him, man. He's what is he? What do you think he's 60-year-old now?
oh, they gotta be up there, man. Because I was still in elementary school then, like freaking Sweet Child of Mine was playing. You know what I mean? Like, so it's got to be like what 88 they got big, 87 maybe. So yeah, they're up there.
So how was Tool?
Oh, Tool, yeah, Tool was cool. But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm tripping out because like Tool had the most packed day. Like out of all the days, Tool, like it was like jam packed, like close to close. Even like the VIP area was like tight.
They're
Like
fucking
Guns N'
amazing,
Roses.
man.
Did
Yeah,
you
it
drink
was like
wine?
which one?
Did you drink wine in honor of Maynard's vineyard?
Oh no.
You know that has the vineyard, right?
Yeah, I actually have a bottle that's signed by him. up
Oh,
there.
what?
Yeah.
So
There-
we're homies. You don't know that?
Yeah, he was, and it's funny because it's almost like 15, maybe 20 years ago that he was signing at this like old like it was like a grocery store, but like out in like the middle of nowhere. Him and the guy that started it, and what they did is they made like a little hut, like
Wow.
so you don't
Yeah.
know who was in there. So they so you walk towards like where the alcohol section, and then you see this little type hut, and then they walk you through this thing, and then they are sitting down.
Conspicuous.
Yeah, it was totally interesting. It was an interesting day. But like, yeah,
Wow.
everybody, like, people freaking love Tool, man. Like, they love him.
Obsessed.
You don't even need
Love
to
'em
be
or
like
hate 'em.
on anything that they just put you in that weird
The
spiritual
bass player's pretty
realm.
good.
They're all pretty amazing, you know. Good
Yeah, even their story. Like, I mean, like how the only like big one was the drummer. I think he was doing something big.
Danny
yeah,
Carey.
he's playing
Danny
for like
Carey's
a
bigger
late
than all
night
of 'em.
show or Tonight
Yeah.
Show or something like
He's
that.
his own. He's his own thing. He like owns the potato. The
Potato Head?
He's the potato.
the baked potato.
On Ventura.
Yep.
You know, it's funny because
I
I've
didn't know he
never,
owns it.
I've never gone there. He's
Well,
played
he
there.
plays
Some
there.
say,
He plays there a lot, at least.
yeah.
yeah, I know he plays there.
What is it like? Void? What's the name of like Voidbot?
Yeah, they're still there. But their baked potatoes pretty good there, by the way. If you get them with some meat inside or something like that, some sort of protein, maybe some veggies, or some butter, right, David? Yeah, you with me? Some mashed, some like a baked potato, just heat it up, cut open, put some butter, some chives, maybe.
Why are you calling me out on that?
Because you
Whoa.
like
Because you're the
you
baked
like
potato guy.
you like baked potatoes, right?
Right? The Texas boy over there like baked potatoes.
Throw some barbecue sauce on there.
Splash some barbecue sauce.
Why not some Worcestershire sauce?
Ooh.
Ooh.
What'd you do? What'd you do over the break, James?
What did I do?
Yeah, what'd you do, buddy?
Oh, I've just been, keeping a low profile, watching some sports, it's NBA season just started.
You're in there.
We've
went to
been
a
reading a
hockey
lot
game.
of books. You went to a hockey? Yeah, really?
Yeah, but it was a preseason one.
Kings.
But it was cool. Yeah, Kings. Yeah. It was preseason, so there's more fights. It's more fun to kind of like warm up and get.
No neck slicing.
No, that happened after, like 2 days after.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, man.
Yeah, like he got arrested. Right?
Yeah, well, I guess he got a standing ovation when he went out on another game too, and I was like, it's like, what's this guy doing? Like, he kind of scissor kicked that guy in the neck,
Oh my gosh.
There's really like no need to put your leg that high.
Never.
See,
Ever.
Wow.
I'll put
Wow.
a picture right there.
And these guys have been skating forever. It's not like last night they just put on some skates. Like they've been skating for like maybe college years, high school. You know what I mean? It's not like,
Yeah, you don't just become a pro skater.
and suddenly it's like, whoops, I slipped and my freaking skate's way up here.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, there was that one argument with an NBA player, Draymond Green, where he was jumping. He was jumping up or down immediately, and one of his legs went up and it kicked a guy square in the balls. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
and it was just like,
Ball hit.
oh man.
ball hit.
Anyways. And there was his argument.
Hit.
Hey, that's a better one.
We got a ball hit.
His argument was that it was just a normal response. Just like you're saying, probably what this guy was saying. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I slipped that way.
They're happening.
It's the leg, guys. Watch the leg.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
It happens sometimes though.
It's the leg, guys.
That's what's happening in the over there right now.
Okay, I can see. Yeah, because there's been a lot of shots that's been taken like that without people being there. Like sometimes they just like kick that leg out, like just to get that hop.
Just
Well-
proper use of a fire alarm.
Yeah, I mean, there are probably standards, right?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you a story. When I was in junior high, I was in gym class. It was like my first year there. I was at Bird Junior High, and you remember the fire alarms are like this little metal square that had like a little lock on it in school. So I remember I was
Yeah.
talking to my friends. I was like, "Oh, look at this! Like we're like, there's a
It was
lock
like
on."
a cover, right? It was like a cover with the little lock on the bottom.
No, it wasn't the plastic one. It was just like a little metal thing like this, like that. It's before they changed it, and it just had like a little lock right there.
Oh, I don't think you even saw those.
Yeah, so it's like a little lock like that. So I remember talking to my friends about it. I was like, what if there's a fire? Like you're like on fire, and I was acting it out. It's junior high, and you're going, and I'm like, how are you supposed to like pull it? Like you're gonna like hit it, and you have to like unlock it. So when I'm doing that, I did that. I hit the top of it. It goes, chink, boom, and swung open. And then I go, oh shit! And then the fire alarm went off, of course. And then so we all freaked out and ran. And then they some like gym
This is
guy.
the convention video that they all been waiting for 20 years.
Some gym.
We finally
gym
got him. We finally got him.
Some gym guy came in and he like looked around and then he like did the key and like that. Then they questioned everyone one by one, and then I eventually got caught.
Then they called him the FBI and they got his fingerprints off of it.
And now that's why I'm telling you the truth right now. On
And
this
now
pod,
you're a U.S. senator in the Congress.
I got the
Getting
answers.
all-
No,
getting
but
all the
so
donations.
me,
Ex-
I learned how to pull a
exhibit
fire alarm right back then. What was that like 5th grade? But yeah, if you're a U.S. congressman, I guess sometimes a little harder.
Yeah, have you seen that video though? Like when he actually just like he even looks at it. And
Yeah, he pulled the
it's
sign
like-
down, he looked
all
at
the-
it, and then pulled it.
and then pull it and walked away. And
Yeah.
he said if it opened the door, then he would have gone like the other way, right? He wouldn't
Yeah.
be like walking away from the door, pulling it.
No, he's lying. He's like 100% lying.
Yeah, but you can't talk about it because it's in the past. It's been already like prosecuted.
Yeah, it's like
that is
a-
fine. So just on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoe on the other foot though. But then we got that. Then we have fighting going on.
2 tier.
2 separate fights. We had McCarthy. He
Oh, with what's his face? From Florida.
yeah, he checked him. He pretty much like shoulder hit him, and then like I guess like they're like, hey, like why did you do that? They pretty much kind of cornered him and like questioned him about it.
What's his face's name though? From Florida. I want to
don't-
say Nunez, but it's not Nunez.
I don't remember.
It's the one that they got the speaker kicked out. He got him kicked out because he
Gates?
didn't.
Matt
Google
Gates?
it. Just
Matt
Google it.
Gates?
No, not Matt Gates.
No, Matt Gates.
Not
is-
Matt Gates. No.
Yeah, here, let's find out.
I know we're like monkeys.
You have a fucking computer right in front of you, John. Use it.
Sure. Oh my God, it is Matt Gates.
Oh no, it's Hulk Hogan. But there was him, and then there's the other 2 that were fighting. It's like, well, now's the time, now's the place, and Bernie Sanders had to like interrupt it.
Oh, the one that just happened right now.
Yeah. the good
Oh
one.
man, yeah, that's messed up, dude. Yeah, like sometimes the animal in me and like the primitive, like let's go back to primitive ages, like making choices and shit. Kind of wanted to see that fight, like
We all want to see that
imagine-
crazy shit, dude. We want to see like, rah!
Yeah, they
You know?
just get it right in the middle of this freaking hearing. You get like, you're like, whoa, this is the
Yeah, 'cause
time.
what's
we're
his name's like
living
a fighter.
Yeah, he's like a freaking UFC fighter. That guy,
5-0.
like the senator would have like,
What a
Rock that dude.
clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
Cowboy.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. You want to run your mouth? We can be 2
He's a rancher.
consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
look at the guy in the
Stand up
back.
on him.
Oh, hold
Look
it.
at that
Oh,
guy.
stop it.
Is that your solution, everybody?
Hold it. No, sit down.
Sorry, you're a clown.
Sit down.
Look at you.
You're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Acting.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it.
Damn, you imagine they would start fighting right there in the middle of that.
That happened.
I
My
love it.
favorite
I
part is
wish
they
we solved
don't
more
curse.
issues like that.
They somehow
Right?
don't
They would have
curse.
resolved an issues. Like you got like this guy talking big, like, and then you're like, well, here we are. Let's just get it over with right now. They
I'm just
would
thinking.
have-
I'm just thinking, John.
Put
If
your
you're,
money where your
if, you're,
mouth is.
if you're mad at someone, you're like, "Let's go right now," and you're ready to throw it all away right here in a public forum. You have the courtesy to not say ass or you get the curse ended all. You just get your butt up here. To me, so wholesome.
You get your butt up here. That was his rebuttal.
Yeah. Lift your hiney up. Lift your hiney up.
Let's politely
You
leave
go.
this
No,
place.
you. No,
You politely get up. You politely move over here.
All of a sudden, he's just choking him out to the fucking ground all hard. Like, whoa, shit.
Oh man.
Money.
But that would be interesting. No, he's still
Money
choking.
talk.
You
You
liking
are
that
choking
sound?
Bernie's like, stop it. Stop it.
What's going
Stop
on?
it.
What's going on in money,
I
Jimmy?
know Bernie did stop that, didn't he?
Yeah, he put a stop.
You imagine if Bernie was like 6, 7, it's like, you two need to calm down. You both need to calm down. That would have been tricky
You're
too.
not Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. He's like,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
All right, what are we looking
Well,
at?
and today we're looking at just the overall index here, folks. Okay, this is what's happening in the
I
U.S.
told you so.
Now, what I think is interesting, though, is I have my own things of what I want to invest in, but I've been advised by some of our programmers not to divulge that information just yet.
No inside trading.
I'm gonna wait till it's working, then I'll let you all know about it.
But boy, oh boy, crypto is sure volatile, isn't it?
Man, but look at that oil. What's going on there? Is it because of electric?
There's some crazy stuff going on around the world, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, wow, look at that. It's a big old dip.
Yeah.
What's the
What
gas
am I gonna do with all this
prices out
oil
in,
I have here?
What are the gas prices out in California right now?
At
Oh,
5
man.
something.
They're getting lower.
It
They're
goes
by a
between
they're
like
down by a quarter,
6
I'd say.
to 4.99. So it goes back and forth. Like,
Yeah, right now, right here, the Arco is like 550, and then the Chevron is like 569, 579 around there.
Yeah,
So Vince is saying
it's like 280 or something like that out here right now.
hot damn.
Yeah.
But you know why they're
thorough.
saying it's more expensive here is because we got all these like different little taxes.
Yep.
Now it goes like
That's exactly why.
yeah, back and forth,
Because
like
they
the
can.
like how they even though we get it like from the same place, like it's different. Like the transportation of it is different in here, so that costs more. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how that all these regulations make it go like boom.
It's kind of crazy how Gavin Newsom went to China, and then we have like the whole we have
The street cleaned up.
yeah, we have San Francisco clean up real quick so we can have the ruler of China to come over here.
But that tells you a lot, right? That right there should all the people in San Francisco go, wow.
Look
They
at your
could
new
have done
president.
this. They could have done this anytime they wanted to. They could have done this yesterday.
That's true. That's insulting.
And they go, you know what? No, we're gonna clean it up all right now.
Yeah, they got cleaned up for a day. Dude, that's about it. Like, where did they just hushed everyone away? Like, here, just go stay in a hotel for a while, or
Well, that's the thing. A lot of like are saying like, where are they? Right? Where the hell did they put all these like people at?
Well, what they do in other parts of California, because they did that in Anaheim, is they'll give them motel vouchers for 30 days, and then after that, they're back out.
And it's funny because I mean they're probably not even treating these like hotels like nicely.
No,
because a lot of times like when people like go, hey, here's a house for you. Do you want to go live there? A lot of them say no, like because they're just like they like it out there.
Well, it comes with a lot of rules too. It comes with like oh, you got to be back by 8 o'clock. You can't have anyone here past this time. You can't have animals. You can't have there's a lot of different rules with I guess different sites. I know they're not all like that, but yeah, I guess there's different
yeah, it's totally true. But also like the people that are like have like mental health, you know what I mean? That can't even like.
Well, yeah, I mean, what do you do when a crazy person says leave me alone?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's in someone's instinct. It's human nature, right?
And we see what We see what happens when you get like a crazy home like set up. When you start getting insane asylums, it gets taken advantage of real quickly. So it's like
yeah, like the whole lobotomy thing.
The thing is, how did we get all these fucking crazy people? Like, I drive past like my old streets and everything. I think
why
people that I knew that are like, oh, maybe they're down on their luck. Like, I don't know any of these people that are on these streets. Like, where these people come from? What did you like think? Like, oh, Hunga is a place to be. Silmar is a place to be. You know, over here is a place to be. Van Nuys is a place like.
Well, it's been known that California's a place to be.
Yeah, but these certain cities, it's like, you know,
Weather-wise, if you're living on the street, I mean, why wouldn't you want to go somewhere where you knew there wasn't a tornado
California, super
or
cool to the
hurricane?
homeless.
You know, and not only that, there's also programs, right, for their benefit. So there's all these incentives.
And you can't really get in trouble here, you know, as long as it's under like what, like $1,000, you're good.
Right? Yeah, under the
crime rate,
current. There's
No,
like a current thing.
I think James, that's exactly right. That's it's too welcoming.
Yeah.
Too welcoming and to make them comfortable, you know, something like
Yeah.
that.
Why do you think they want all the poor here?
I think it's for one, it's a humanitarian approach. It's like the classic progressive idea is to have more inclusivity, even if it's at the expense of others, right? So then therefore it would justify maybe taxpayer dollars going to programs for certain groups. That kind of idea.
So setting up the task force to deal with that whole issue.
Whether it's correct or not, you know, to do that, because there's fiscal responsibility, right? It's always a classic argument against it.
We don't have the
And then
yeah,
and then there's also right, and then there's also your moral people. You have a moral, ethical, different arrangement, right? Where maybe you don't think that somebody should be picking up for that kind of thing, you know. But so you know, that's where you make the choices, right, between the states.
I guess go to where you know, people think like you. But it sucks when you have like a home that like you live at and you're getting kind of pushed out by the politics of the land, you know.
Right.
It's just like, hey, this place was once. I don't see anything getting better, and sad, you know.
Yeah, but there's still some pretty nice places, and I do see
What are you
like
looking
where
at?
where one underpass is now really nice, or a new park here or whatever. So I don't know.
We do have like a new park in our area, and it's kind of nice. You know what they do though is that they lock it up every night. So I guess that keeps out the vagrants, but it's nice and pristine. I take the kids there and they ride their little scooters around and stuff. It's kind of cool.
New York is number 2, and Seattle's number 3.
What are we looking at here, John?
The U.S. cities with the largest homeless population.
There you go.
California, super cool to the homeless. South Park knows everything. They're like the Simpsons, but like.
But I think it's the weather. It's the women, the weed, and the weather.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, why do you have to be like all nasty bum about it? Gotta be all like, I mean, because I understand that there's people down on their luck, but there's not that many that are just down on their luck. You know, there's like people that.
Oh yeah, there are. You know, it's very much like possible that we're in what is, you know, equivalent to a Great Depression. That this is a sign. We're just saying it's homelessness. It's just homelessness. But there's a growing constituency of American people. These aren't people that if you talk to them, you're like, oh, I don't understand. Like the only reason why you can't understand them is maybe because they're totally messed up or something like that. But you could tell that at one point in time, you might know a person like this, all sorts of backgrounds. They're American people. So maybe something big is happening. I mean, look at what the homeless population was during the Great Depression. It was probably something similar to this. And there was also vagrancy, hoboism.
How
right?
weird is that? Like
the bindle, right? That little.
Yeah, but imagine like having like a place, a house, and it's like you live there forever, and then just one day someone comes and goes, "Hey, I own this land, and your house is on it. You need to get your fucking house out of here." It's weird that
it's happening every day.
I know fighting over land is such a fucking
it is happening. People are foreclosing like at an alarming rate.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, just because it's happening to you, Well, yeah, I mean, whatever's happening over there is a full-on war.
It's straight out terror.
Did you hear about their tunnels though? It's pretty.
Oh, they
I,
got like 400 miles.
Yeah,
of tunnels.
I saw that. They're saying how it's aiding and everything. It's pretty trippy.
and there's booby trap tunnels, so it's just like complete dark. Like they know where they at. Like I mean, like the own people that build it, right, must know like how this thing is. Like they have
Years
memorized
of
it.
finding, dude.
Yeah, like memorize it. You know what I mean? Like, so for people that you're just barely going in there for the first time, you're being dropped in there into this tunnel, and you have like 300, 400 miles in front of you, like
the Vietcong.
And then you're
Maybe
like, dude,
yeah,
how
dude. When
trippy
you
is
see
that?
those
It's not the
ancient
jungle.
tunnels,
It's not the jungle. It's a tunnel war.
yeah.
That's
When you
gonna
see those
be
ancient
strip
tunnels, though, maybe that's
trenches.
what it is. They're like war tunnels. It's like places where you funnel people in, and then you battle
Yeah,
it
but
out.
this is like nothing anybody has ever seen. Like,
I've
it's
seen it before.
it's not. It's like
honestly.
it's like if
Oh.
you're being dropped. Like, just imagine you get dropped into like the Metrolink here, you know, and you're just walking in that tunnel like. And then there's a booby trap. You just step on something that's a booby trap.
And then zombies.
And zombies.
Imagine
Super
that.
soldiers. You know what the thing they should do? They should send robots, the robot dogs. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be like
Robot
human and human type. Or you know what they could do?
Robot
Send send the drones. Send drones in there like
Dirk doesn't like robot dogs.
What do you think about robot dogs, Dirk? Come here. Come here.
Oh, leave me alone. Go.
He's like, it's too late.
like you were supposed to end this chat
Yeah.
2 hours ago.
Oh,
That's-
ants.
That's what we should do with them.
Oh man,
That's some harsh punishment. Who knows what's down there? There could be whole families down there.
I know. Yeah. Isn't that wild
That's
though?
hot. That's hot.
That's the tunnels. No, that's not what I'm not saying that's what we should do to people or in any way, but it made me think of
Maybe think of it
like how intricate is that? Like, well, these guys can tell you how intricate an ant tunnel is because they
that goes
pour a bunch of metal down it and capture it as a piece of art.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
wow,
a
that's
bunch
pretty.
of molten metal down there.
And it's like, oh, sell this for $10,000. Sold.
I tell you what you do to them. You do this.
So James, how come you're so against people, prepping for war?
Prepping for war? No, I'm not. I think that what is going on is it seems that Israel's doing a little bit of an overreach. However, I don't think that Hamas is a friendly organization in any way. So.
Yeah, and it's tough because they're even saying that Hamas is like disguising themselves as regular people, which under like I guess one of these like Geneva conventions, it's like a war crime. You're always supposed to have like differentiate who is who. Man, look at that. That's tripping.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild?
Gross.
$10,000.
Ew, nasty.
Yeah,
But when you got people like saying like, "Hey, you guys should prepare. It's gonna be a rough year. This crazy shit's gonna happen." I happen to know for a fact that all this bad stuff's going on. Protect your families. Get ready. It's gonna be tough. And when we share stuff like that, you get all mad, James. Why do you get all mad?
Well, I just think that Christmas is canceled this year,
No Christmas for nobody.
and because I feel like all this stuff is about Jerusalem and all this stuff, and like if you really get into it, all these three religions are obsessed with this stretch of land right here. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Doesn't that like fulfill the prophecy and bring the coming of Christ? And then like we're all ready to get judged.
Okay. First I gotta say this. My original quote. Now it's being recorded, so it's in my posterity, our posterity. You'll never be a prophet if you don't guess. That's an original quote. Gotta say it. And I mean, whatever the Bible has written, Nostradamus has written, we're about to say, it's all just guesses. And maybe
What
it'll
if there's a
stick,
real
maybe it's hard.
Bible and we're reading a fake Bible of current time, and that's the Bible we've been studying is this fake Bible that's been passed on for the last 1,000
David
years.
was showing me a pretty cool book the other day. David knows a thing or two about Bibles. He himself is an author of religious transcript. Talk about it, David.
What the hell are you talking
Wait,
about?
but before you get into that, look at this guy. Why is he like this?
So much. Everyone's heading out this way.
Because he knows it's real.
So much. Everyone's moving out.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Press.
Press.
Time to go.
We're walking out. And we're walking out.
Everyone
start walking
Thank you so much. Everyone's got to head out.
Scared,
Everyone's
right?
got to head out. Everyone's heading out this way. So much. Pick it up, heading out that way.
Oh, fuck.
Pick it up, heading
What's
out
really
that
going to
way.
happen? I think they're going to take something from us, and it's going to cost them the soul.
Everyone's heading out this way.
I don't know.
So weird.
Seems like he's just sitting there. He seems like he just got a strange
But he
Look,
looks
way of holding himself.
like
strange
he can't
fellow.
just sit still. He's like, oh, what's going
Neither
on?
can I.
What's going on? Why do they keep asking
There's
questions?
probably like a lot of
They
shit
keep
going on in that
asking
room,
questions.
dude. It's like a lot of different, like, it's
Stop
probably
asking
wild.
questions. Reporters, journalists, stop asking
It
questions.
looks wild, but we're really just making fun of somebody. Unless
got
he does
Chinese here.
know some terrible secret.
Yeah, because they say they were talking like for 5 hours,
Yeah.
just behind closed doors. So, like, I mean, that's a long time.
Heck
That's a
yeah.
lot- that's a
Just
lot of talking.
Pointing in Biden's chest the whole time. Real
He's
hard.
All he keeps saying is chi.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Hey now. Come on. Oh,
Listen, Jack.
listen. I beat up corn pop. Ain't gonna let no son of a gun.
Get the ice cream
What's
over here. Get the ice cream over here. We need 2 scoops for she. We need 2
I want
scoops
some
for she.
ice cream. I got hairy legs. It's all like just a montage of like weird ass Biden.
Let me tell you this, she about corn pop. All right, corn pop was a bad dude. I wish I could do Biden expert. Like, I wish I could do like things with my voice. That would be cool.
So you put on your best Biden. James, what's your best Biden?
I don't know. That's tough. Now I think about it.
You gotta
'Cause I
talk
thought
kind of.
Yeah, I guess so.
Get my Corvette. My Corvette.
Come on. Come on.
You
Come on.
know who I don't know if I like or not. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, you heard him on Rogan today?
Yeah, listen to him on Rogan, and I was like, he sounds so fucking fake, and then he sounds like hey, that's fucking real. He's like a real person right there, and it sounds like real neat. But then sometimes he just sounds like he's fucking making an ad the whole time or in a commercial. It's very strange. And then another thing, I think I'm biased. I think I don't like him because he sounds like fucking Obama, like the way his speech is kind of.
Yeah, he has that cadence. Yeah.
I guess they're from Hawaii, I guess in that area. So maybe
you were a supporter of Bill Clinton. When I was a
Local
kid,
coach.
you could have a Republican friend. Like it was no big deal.
Yes.
It's no big deal. Like, oh, Bobby likes George
see your
Bush. Who
dirty
cares?
comment.
Who gives a
Right.
fuck? You were a supporter of Bill Clinton. He liked George Bush. Nobody cared. Nobody fuck you. You know, it wasn't like you're a Nazi. Like I'm a Nazi. I just want lower taxes.
That's what the fuck
What
are you talking
saying?
about?
How did I become a Nazi?
Dude,
You
it's
know?
it's the craziest thing. I have friends who support Trump. I have friends who support Biden. I have friends.
Do you really have friends who support Biden?
I do.
Come
well,
on.
no. Here's what I do. I have friends. Thank you. That's a good check because that's important. This is important context.
They support the Democratic Party.
I have friends who are loyal to the party.
Yes. When I was a kid,
There it is.
Oh
There
yeah,
it
that's
is.
the thing. 'Cause
Ouch. Dang.
in certain things, he sounds like he's campaigning himself. Like he talks like, oh, this and that. And then I notice in that he says, that's why I did this. Well, that's why I always say, and I always say this. And I was like, oh, these are all the Rock sayings. Like, you know, everything like he has, you know.
Yeah, I'm always really sketchy with people like that talk like that. People that usually talk like that are people that take credit for other people's work, and they'll blame people for other shit too. So when they say I did this, usually it's a team of people that do something or something behind it. And then if they say, well, you or we, when they say we, they're trying to take credit in front of you. When they say I, without you around, and when they say you, that means they're blaming you for some shit.
Yeah, he talks in a real sneaky way like that, like, oh, like, you know, like this is both of us, but you know, I'm gonna talk for you. I'll be the face of this. You know, I'm the you know,
I remember when me and Dwayne were hanging out, you know, just the other day, and he was saying
I made him
to me-
food before. I worked for a company, and we made him food, and made him these badass sandwiches and shit. Real fucking good food.
He's like,
but that's the thing is, I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't fucking like this guy, and then you'll hear these parts where he sounds like a real fucking person. It's like, oh, that sounds really cool, dude. Like, and he's like, sounds like genuine, and you know, and like there's little glimpses of like a real person there. So it's kind of trippy.
And then he's like, who made this shrimp? Who made this shrimp?
Yeah.
Can I get you a glass of water?
Vinny's like, just shut up and
serious.
wrestle. That's all. Stop talking. I don't want to
get a glass of water.
Just entertain us. More,
Thirsty.
yeah. More fast cars, more wrestling. I need The Rock. But they're saying he wants to, like, he was telling them he wants to run, right? Or they,
Oh,
or
that someone approached him. He said,
like he should run,
in
right,
a
for
party,
president?
and you know, it's a Democrats. You should run.
But it's kind of funny how he said they don't like Biden, but they're loyal to the party. Those are the same people that are loyal to like the GOP. But
you know, maybe there's more people that are just regular Democrats and regular Republicans, and all we see is all these fucking crazy people.
Yep.
And then so
now
that's
you're
what, you know,
getting it. Now you're getting it.
no, I know, but it's like, you know, it's just been like sensationalized like crazy. So it's like, just keep this message fighting.
Sometimes.
And for our guests, and
you gotta make a noise so you can hear that, dude.
Let me see. Who's this?
I'm wearing James's flesh face.
Let's see it.
Nothing like a good flesh face.
James sends us a piece of flesh every couple months. This is the last creation.
This is 12 pieces.
It's finally done.
This is, if you look closely, you'll notice.
This part is from a different part of the body.
So what do you think about, like, there's a fake Bible that we're currently dealing with, and what do you think about searching for the real Bible?
I heard that they're underground, below where the ants are, like even deeper.
And some guy burned it with a bunch of.
No, I think it's all in the Vatican, man. It's all in the Vatican, and the thing is, they're never gonna like it. The only people that know are the people that are gonna be in the Vatican, because all this shit has been recovered already. But then they have like tons, like undergrounds of
and there's weird shit going on there too. There's like,
so it's like, oh, we're gonna find it over here in the desert. I'm thinking it's already been found, and it's in the Vatican,
categorized, and like that
Peru,
scene, like the end of that scene of Indiana Jones where they just put the crate with the rest of them.
Yeah, exactly, right? You know, it's like, oh, here's something else. It's like it's been found already. Like, I mean, like how long has like religion has been out, right? Because like for the whole Jewish Abraham thing, that's like just a couple thousand years.
How many years?
Like 2,000, right? Or 3,000 years? That far back?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, all that stuff is building gods and taking
been
gods
a while.
away. Like the original Abrahamic religion was two gods. There's a god and a goddess, and it's still in the Old Testament. The poles of Asheroth. And they made the poles of Asheroth. It's like in the Book of Kings, Asheroth. And if you look into it, Asheroth is basically it was a female goddess that was worshipped. At some point, they went into monotheism. Perhaps they leaned on someone else that was doing it. They like that. The more maybe they switched to it for other reasons. But if you look at certain religions, like in the ancient times, there's new gods introduced, like distinctively. Like we know from text, like they brought in a new god right here and now. Like the guy Alexander the Great's friend, Ptolemy, Ptolemy, whatever, Ptolemy, right? He made a god Serapis in Egypt because he took over Egypt when Alexander died. And so he made Serapis, who is basically this Greek Egyptian god who dies and is resurrected. And this is 300 years before Jesus.
No, it's the same story over and over.
And so it's happening where like certain gods are created in this idea of the savior god or a disemboweled god starts to become very popular. Christianity eventually comes around just 400 years later, and it morphs into all that stuff when maybe it didn't even have that
idea. So it's more of an idea.
And Judaism had the same kind of thing too.
And that's just one part of the world, right? Because then you got Hindus where they believe in many gods.
But do they believe in a ancient flood?
Maybe. You know, that's the thing. You only hear in this part of like the elite groups because I think like the elite groups are like Jewish, they say, right? So we only get these type of stories. But the other stories like Buddhism, right? Buddhism is huge. That's a religion.
Oh, it's massive.
And then you get like David Koresh.
But David Koresh just sounds like he's just more a cult leader, small time, popular in the media.
Preaching the word. Preaching the word.
Well, was he?
I don't know.
So you know, Vince talks about when it changed or when if it's fake or not. Like some stuff starts to become extra biblical. Like it's not really exactly in the Bible. That it's the creeds and the prayers that certain prayers that and the catechisms and all this stuff.
Did the Bible get hijacked?
And so that's where like the Council of Nicaea and all the that's happening in like Constantine, where the Trinity and things like that start to become established, and the importance of certain things where not all the original first church believed that stuff. They weren't really, and they were like different sorts of thoughts. There was even one guy who castrated himself. It's like, what?
Why did he do that?
Because he took what Paul said literally, I guess, when Paul said,
cut your dick off, bro.
He said it's better not to marry, almost implying that it's better to deny your sexual urges.
Now, was he a good-looking dude, or was he like this kind of ugly dude? He's like, no chicks can ever like me. I'm just gonna cut my dick off.
That's tough to know. It was the 200s. It was the 200s. It was the 2nd century.
Did his family have money?
I don't know. I don't know much about them. I don't know. Did they have? Well, I think a lot of people had some kind of animals.
Two things. Two things about them, and they're both.
What's
gone.
that? Have you ever seen that movie where there's that one of the priests, the one that he beats himself in the back so he bleeds,
Flogs himself.
Like he's just like
the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, those movies with
so like that's still Christianity right there, right?
Yeah, that because in Corinthians somewhere, same book where Paul talks about that better not to marry, he says stuff where he boasts about what he's gone through. He's like, I've been shipwrecked, beaten with rods, stoned, thrice was I remember, I forget what he just lays down. Yeah, he just lays down stuff.
He's like, look at me naked, you're gonna die.
And he considers it an honor because his ultimate goal, his ultimate idol is someone who died on a cross in a very gruesome way. So that's the idea of the early church, like suffer. It's pretty metal in a very self-torturing way.
Yeah, because it's pretty brutal. Like if you think about it, you just you do your little prayer and then you just bang. And you're not
take the beat.
I mean, I don't think everybody was doing that.
No, not everybody was doing that. But when it started to turn into persecution, it fed the flame because people were willing to die the Christian death. They thought it was an honor to be killed as a Christian.
The same thing now with Muslims, right? You got this is not this is just one part. Next part is the afterlife, and they look forward sometimes to dying.
Now you get it. Now you get it.
They're not scared and shit.
Weaponizing the human mind.
What?
No, it should be
Now
more of
you're
a,
getting
a
it.
like a.
A whoosh. I gotta play the sounds
The
more.
human mind.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's kind of crazy how it. But a lot of people are now saying it's not a holy war because it's like you have Israel supplying Azerbaijan with weapons to fight Christians, Armenians for their land. So now they're looking at, okay, why do they want these lands? So now they're going. It's more for like what's that like on more for pipes.
you
You know what I
there's a
mean?
bigger
For
picture.
Resources or trains or whatever they're gonna build.
yeah, exactly. They want that land and they want to
Transportation.
control that land. So it's like, you know what? We're just going to take this. The same thing with Ukraine, right? Russia wants that passage to that little to the Black Sea or something. What it is?
So they don't want
So-
to
That's
deal with
where the
Armenia
aliens
anymore.
are at, dude.
I always
Come on.
thought Russia and Armenia were cool, but you think Russia's giving Armenia the shaft?
I
Here,
think
there's
so because I think they're
Big
busy with
stiffy.
the Ukraine, and that's probably why they probably started this. You know,
that's why Azerbaijan and Turkey are now doing whatever they want to do.
they're exactly doing and then trying to like wipe out a little bit of Armenia and
Bummer.
stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of trippy. But that's the thing, right? Israel's a good guy, but looking now Israel supplying these guys, which Turkey is like full on Muslim too. You know what I mean? So it's not like, hey, it's like they want Israel just like, hey, you know, we just want this land now. I think it's just like, because I mean, why put the West Bank or like over here and then you have this little strip of Gaza, right?
Well, because it was bigger at one point.
But that's what I'm saying. Why didn't they just go, hey, either just have all of West Gaza or have all of Gaza?
I think
Like it was always this weird.
Why are they trying to usher the second coming of Christ?
I know.
Right?
Eschaton.
Why are they trying to just hurt?
Why are they trying to reclaim that?
No, it's the
you think it's gonna happen a different way? All will be
They're gonna
known.
blow up that wall.
Ben
The wall that-
Gurion Canal.
Do you think Neuralink will make all be known?
Nah,
People-
Neuralink's that's just going in the wrong direction.
It's gonna be like 10 years, and then everyone's gonna be like all hooked up to it, and everyone's gonna know everyone's thoughts.
I think neuroscience and all that's worth checking on. I think that it aligns a little bit, but I think Neuralink still. I think it's Elon just riding that. Just people, come on, just wait for it. It's gonna blue steel. It's gonna blow us all away.
But I think there's going to be something.
Magnum.
There's something that's going to definitely link everybody up. That's what's that futurist that Ray Griswold?
Yeah, Griswold.
Yeah,
Griswold.
like because that's what he says.
Singularity.
Yeah, singularity in the year 2045.
It's like the
is what he
70s.
said.
He's been trying to do that.
Yeah.
And
Like
that's
his
when
father
they're not
died, and then
Hang on.
ever since then he's been.
I saw that Johnny Depp movie. I know.
No, that's another movie too. The Transcendent.
Transcendent. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, they're trippy movies, but Elon Musk is trying to do the same thing, pretty much, isn't he?
In some way, he's saying to use the Neuralink that'll help like hearing impaired, helping eyesight and certain things like that is what he's saying. Like that's gonna kind of go with, not so much
trap your soul into a machine.
Yeah. It's not so much like straight up
recall.
wanting to merge with machines.
Damn,
James, it's you.
Murphy, it's you.
Speaking of movies, have you seen any good movies?
I saw that the Marvels.
The Marvels? Did you?
Yeah.
Well, how was it?
To be honest, I thought it was pretty entertaining, but I think it was entertaining because it was the first time I went into one of those D-box seatings.
Theater was dope. Yeah.
One of those nudie bars.
No. Have you heard of those the D-box seats?
Yeah.
it's like-
Buddy Andres told me about it.
Yeah. So it's like it's not like a super like crazy roller coaster or nothing, but you do feel like kind of rock back and forth. And like if it didn't have that, I don't think I would have enjoyed the movie as much. And then there's one part where they go to like this planet, and everybody's a fucking like their language is song, so everybody sings. I really didn't like that part. It made me feel uncomfortable.
It was all girly.
It's like goddamn a musical.
Yeah, it was. It was just like it was like over the top, and I was like, "When's this gonna stop?" Like it went on a little too long, and I was just like, "Ugh, yeah."
It was very girly.
It was
Oh,
like-
oh, at
Music
the
was
end,
rough.
and I don't care if I spoiled this for anyone. So
Hold on.
at the end, one of the girls ends up going into like a different reality, and then she wakes up and she's like in a hospital. She doesn't know what happened, and the doctor that comes to see her is Kelsey Grammer playing Beast from X-Men. So it's linking the Marvel movies and X-Men.
What?
Who is she?
I just ruined it. I don't care.
Now you have to fucking watch these goddamn things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like Deadpool's gonna
Everybody
have
likes
Wolverine and shit.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and a little bit. They supposedly there's other ones in there that Sabretooth, right? Sabretooth's.
Every time you try to get away, they pull you back in.
That should be freaking cool.
Yeah. Well, they did it in the Doctor Strange movie too, where they had Professor X and
Oh yeah, the Illuminati.
Yeah, exactly.
Younger or older?
They just they had
Older
like
one.
Professor X and the whole
James
yellow
McAvoy.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, because that show Inhumans.
Yeah.
Now that's connected. Now
Black-
that's connected to that.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt. Yeah, the guy that can't talk.
Yeah.
Can't talk good.
You
You guys watch The Boys?
Yeah, I
The
love
Boys
it.
is cool.
It's
Well,
pretty fun.
there's that other one, that Gen V, which is a spin-off of The Boys. Have you seen that?
No.
Check that one out. It's fucking. It's pretty.
What's it on?
Oh, you saw that like Killers of the Flower Moon, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I saw Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
How's that?
Did your ass hurt after it was over?
It's long. Yeah, it did. It hurt from sitting for so
You
long.
brought a,
She's
you
like
brought
a
a,
little
you
too
brought a
long.
cushion.
It was like three and a half
No,
hours
I
long.
was just doing real dirty shit while I was watching it.
You're like Robert De Niro keeps saying the same thing over and over.
Robert De Niro's not in it, is he?
Yeah,
he's
he's
Oh,
like
wow.
one of the main guys in it.
He plays a
Wow.
cowboy.
He's a bad guy. I think he's a bad guy in the movie, right?
Spoiler.
Yeah, well, like kind of the movie, like from the
True
trailer,
story.
it doesn't hide too much. There's not
All right.
actually. There's
Tell
not
me
a
how
big.
woke it is.
Yeah, I
Play
like
the trailer.
Scorsese tried to do it like historically accurate without going over the top. So in that aspect, it's really good, but it's a very, very long, slow burn. And there's not like a twist or anything at the end. What you see is kind of what you get.
This is a slow burn right here.
Yeah. But it's good.
Yeah, because it's about like Native Americans, right? And like the land using it for
Fuck,
oil.
over the oil.
Yep.
Kill them off or something.
Well, because it's basically about a community of real rich Native Americans.
Our war hero has arrived. You made a good choice coming back here. Osage are the finest, wealthiest, and most beautiful people on God's earth. They outsmarted everybody. They have the say who gets the oil.
Do you like that
I
scene,
got a
David?
question. You like women? That's my weakness.
Powerful scene. Powerful.
Well, we mix these families.
These outdoor-
together,
these outdoor
and that
shots
state
look
money
dope.
flows the right direction. It'll come to us.
Shomikasi. That's how you are.
I don't know what
Do they use subtitles?
have been Indian for handsome devil.
I don't think they do.
Man, so you gotta learn Indian before you watch that movie.
I think they kind of leave it up to some of the stuff they're saying where you kind of get it. But yeah, I think I remember thinking that like, oh shit, they're not showing any subtitles. But there's not long dialogue on that.
But would you so you say it was good?
It's worth watching. I don't know if I go to the theater to see it again. It's pretty long. But I also went into it without even like me being stupid, because of course Scorsese last movie was super long too. I went into it not knowing how long it was, and I was like, "Fuck, this is taking a while." Like, I started like kind of burning out.
So out of
You
5
were like-
stars, how
you,
much
you
would
ran
you
out?
give it?
You ran out of your milk duds.
I did run out of milk duds, and then I had to go pee too a couple
Out
times.
of 5 milk duds,
Pee break.
what would you rate it?
Pee breaks during the movie are the worst.
I give it. It's not Scorsese's masterpiece or anything like that. I'd rate it maybe like a 3.
Terrible.
Wow. Okay.
It's good,
3.
but it's not like it's not Goodfellas. It's not Casino. It's
Marty.
Leonardo DiCaprio
Marty.
movie.
Was Joe
Marty, I
Pesci in
wanna
it?
let you know.
Was Joe Pesci in it? Did he do a cameo?
No.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
Joe
'cause
Pesci
that-
retired from acting.
Damn. But you know who really needed it? What's Bruce Willis?
Oh,
He retired from acting also.
Yeah. But you know why though, right?
they say
Yeah,
he
he
can't
got
talk
sick.
anymore, right?
Yes,
He got like Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah,
some
they
weird
said-
Alzheimer's.
I think he
don't
lost
know.
vocal motor skills and shit. It's all crazy.
Just
feel you there.
imagine like having Alzheimer's, like your whole life was a dream.
It's
You know what I
beautiful.
mean?
I've
seen it, man.
first-handedly seen Alzheimer's patients. Like I used to take care of 19 patients in like the last stages of it. All different stages I helped, but crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
wild.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So was it like different every day?
There's also some like really miraculous stuff that happens with that too. Like I've seen somebody who couldn't speak. They couldn't speak at all. But then like there was this Irish hymn that was playing like on the radio, and they got up and started singing perfectly like in their voice, but they couldn't talk because it's like a different part of your mind.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
amazing.
pretty crazy. And then there was this one guy that would just repeat the same thing over and over and over. And I was talking about something broken on my car at the time. And I was talking to the nurse about it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. They told me it's the Scylla. It's the Scylla. And the guy goes, hey, solenoid. It's the solenoid. And then he just went back talking to himself and walking away. But he was right. Like, you know, like it's just crazy.
Solenoid.
Yeah.
Some things click. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And then they're witty as fuck. You'll hear like all this crazy,
Puzzle the mind.
like lightning fast wit is
Yeah.
what a lot of have. It's crazy.
You're a pretty witty guy, David.
No, you're saying I have Alzheimer's?
No, no, dang, dude, nothing I can do over here. Just know, all hearts, all hearts.
What you trying to say here?
He's like, I could tell a little bit.
So no, you're not on a podcast. Stop
No, but I do think you're right, though, David. That that's fascinating how like the brain clicks on these certain levels, and it makes me wonder, like, how could we apply it to our own memory and expand it or whatever, help it along, be healthy.
Well, you got to work out your brain too, you know.
Yeah, they say there's exercises that you could do, little puzzles and things like that is really helpful. And then I read this whole thing about like how Alzheimer's could have been misdiagnosed like this whole time, and people really aren't losing like cells and actually losing their memory, and it gets a lot of with other like simple things that could kind of fix it, and that's what's pretty scary, is that a lot of people had already went through that could have been helped.
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, because like if you could just do it on a daily, is like, yeah, okay, cool. This helps out.
Stem cells, man. Stem cells.
Yeah, well, I mean that's that whole the neural.
Where do the stem cells come from, John?
Yeah.
Where do they come from, David?
Originally, they started pulling them from fetuses.
They're coming from farms.
Babies,
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Soylent Green.
Yeah.
I was just out on the corner recently with a paper sign in my hand with a couple of my buddies from church, and
ooh boy,
like that,
like that.
And you're telling me that you want me to
Lance, the James mask.
The James mask.
It's just weird. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's also what like we're eating, we're poisoning ourselves, all the whole thing. If you want to get all deep into it, you know, I was thinking about like human nature is a thing. I was talking to James about it too, but and John when we did like a previous call. But it's weird. Like as soon as you're born into a system of rules. It's like this is what you do. You do this. You do that. You grow up. This is how you eat. This is how you do things. Like there's no such thing as a wild human. Like what does a human do in the wild?
You want to see a wild human?
Like not your street shit, your street violence and fucking
yeah, I'll show you.
Oakland or Detroit where we're looking at right now.
Here.
You want to see wild? You're gonna show that poor kid that got stomped.
In its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population. This has happened so many times previously in history, and it's probably going to happen again. One of the biggest dangers to the planet today is this technological utopia, because probably for the elite it will work. If bad comes to worst, and when the flood comes, the scientists will build a
Why is he
Noah's
saying
Ark
that flood's coming?
for the elite, leaving the rest to drown, the rest of the people and the rest of the ecosystem.
Are they leaving
But they are
breadcrumbs?
likely to be able to construct this technological Noah's Ark, which is probably what much of the elite is counting on. You have a small elite that
That's human nature right there.
Well, it's just a trip. I mean, that is that. Like, it's like, what's behind it all, you know? Like,
I don't exactly. That's the thing. Like we like the whole thing with the fake Bible, right? Like how much, like that's probably in this ark already. Like the real, true, what the hell it was.
What about this? Have you heard about this?
And all we see is the innocence. Proof of the human in us.
This is based off a true story from the 1700s.
But once there was a child.
Wild child.
Wild child.
Wow, it was like born out in the wild. Like something happened. Like folks died traveling or something, and they came to town, and they're like, "What the hell is this 10-year-old boy? He has no etiquette and social."
I love the music.
Once there was a child left to himself in the woods.
I was that child.
It was
wild
me.
child. Look at him. Proof of the animal in all of us. The wild child.
They just let him go at the end. But in real
Wow.
life,
We can't handle him.
In
Just
real
let
life,
him go out there.
In real life, they've like beat him to death.
Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting, though. Yeah, I mean, human nature, right? If you take away where society grew, right? These people insert gods. These people make laws. These people take taxes. These governments fail. These monarchies rise. These monarchies fail. They force people to war, skirmishes, diseases.
We have to pay for
environmental
our
changes.
food when we should be just, maintaining our own food. We have to pay for our land.
Iceland, volcanoes.
We have to pay for our water when we should just be getting our own water. Like everything in the world is free.
I know, but think about it.
They have these systems that'll just take just a little bit of work.
Yeah, I hear you.
But we're selling our own things to ourselves, and we're buying them up like crazy. We all enjoy these comforts, But if we really had to live on our own, can we really do it? Like if you really have to, you got nothing now. Like we lost so much touch with fucking reality that we're like in this strange fucking world that we're so involved that we don't know what real living is. We don't really know what being alive is.
This ain't right. We had all this meat. We worked hard to get it in the freezer, process it, package it. The next day they came with a search warrant, went through everything, house, every building in the barn. They just raided through everything. We can't touch it. We can't sell it. We can't feed our family. We can't give it away. Can't feed it to dogs. We can't do anything with it. They just pick up, give it up. You have to keep going because people are depending on this stuff as their medicine. I want this world to have the opportunity of finding real food.
There it is. You have your own land? You have your own land? I don't think so. The government owns every inch of that land.
I know that's true. Like that's the thing is that there's really no way to not poison yourself besides being rich. You have to depend on like these, I think last season I talked about vegetables not having the nutrients in them. Not having like an apple today is not the same as an apple, back in the day, like the vitamin content, the nutrient content in them. We have to buy their food, And then the stuff that is good, it's always like super expensive no matter what. It's like, oh, do you want $7 head of lettuce because it's fucking organic and it's grown with fucking like actual dog shit. So you got to make sure it's good. Like I watched the guy shit. I watched him grow it. It's
like, all over that lettuce. $300.
Or are you rebuying these crappy seeds? These things meant to grow that it's just to sustain people, not to like, and just to fill you up, not to feed you. Like everything, it's like it's a big poison machine, Or like paper.
Like why is it that some of our food here is like banned in other countries and
it was bad for you? Well, I love a fucking bag of Skittles. It just makes me want them more for some reason. I don't know. That's not right.
Well, even Skittles now, didn't they where they can't sell a certain color because it's illegal now?
Well, red is supposed to be bad for you. It's because like the dye is really bad for you. Like yeah, but I don't know. Just fucking
red number 5 comes from bugs.
No. They say it comes with bugs. That's supposed to be the alternative to the poison.
That's the good shit. That's the good shit.
It's supposed to be, but there's not enough of those beetles to like keep that red, and then you'd have to try to keep consistent red. And tough. But I don't know. It just seems like
Gates. Why is he buying up all the farmland in the United States? He was about 242,000 acres.
But he doesn't have the
farmland
bugs, John.
in the
He doesn't
United
have
States.
the
And
bugs.
that's a lot of
He
farmland.
has the mosquitoes, dude.
During COVID, China bought up about the same amount of farmland
doesn't have
in
the
United
bugs.
States. Let's to control the food supply. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're buying up the best farm.
Here.
Well, folks, we better wrap this one up before Bill Gates shuts it down for us.
Well, Bill Gates is a whole nother episode.
Bugs could be a game changer in the
Because
fight
apparently
to protect
he's
the
buying
planet in ways you may not have
bugs.
imagined. Tina Kraus has the story.
Adding some insects to the mix is customary in the kitchen in some parts of the world.
Sure.
Now, climate experts think that protein-packed pests could offer a real solution to the global food crisis. Scientists in Germany are not pushing to get the critters on your plate. They see another benefit.
Our interest is to make insects as an alternative for the use of soybean-derived proteins.
Large-scale growth of soybeans has been blamed for extensive deforestation. Since farming insects takes less land and water, these researchers believe bugs could become the livestock feed of the future.
To have a more sustainable
used to the idea
production of
it's gonna
proteins,
happen.
we need
Can I-
alternatives, and I see insects as a
Texture thing,
Can we end with just this final thought that I heard just recently? I don't know, and tell me if any of you guys heard this, but back in 2016, there's a theory there's a theory in 2016 that the demise of civilization was like the pinnacle. It started when they shot that gorilla Karembe, when that 3-year-old boy fell into the thing in Cincinnati, wherever it was. And they didn't know what to do. And they're like, we're just going to kill the gorilla because we don't know what to do. The gorilla wasn't killing the kid. It could have. And so they just shot the gorilla dead. Harambe, yeah.
Yeah, which there's been cases where like one of the animals, like another kid has fell and like the monkey has protected the baby.
Yeah, from the other ones.
Yeah. And it's just kind of trippy. But yeah, like if you were the parent, man, honestly, just you want it like the quickest, way. Even like
You don't care for the parent, you're like, go ahead, kill that fucking thing. But
kill that thing right away. You know what I mean?
But that's where it all went downhill for humanity. Well, that's it, folks. We hope everyone has a great evening. And we'll tune in next week.
Thanks for having us back, all. It's been a long mission here, and
until next time.
Yeah. Bye.
Later.
Bye.